manager, but also work with homeless families. And there are a lot of organizations that are trying to do their best for single adults, families. There are a lot of organizations that have stepped up, come forward. One, Human Solutions. Many of these organizations, as well as our religious organizations, have been stepping up trying to meet that need. But this is a huge, huge
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
With Charlie Hales,
Yeah.
just doing the state of emergency
Yeah.
on women,
I don't know.
I think it's broader than that.
I would like to know if it is any broader than that.
I think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, can Gresham request a state of emergency?
Let's capture that.
Or
we
can
can.
the county?
Let's capture those thoughts and.
Good idea, Mike.
Oh, okay, yes, John.
My name is John Van
Thank you.
Wilson. Something that many of us, if we agree with this concept, can do is to lobby our legislators, and I've been doing it for the last few weeks, to look seriously at rent control at the state level. It has to be a state law to happen, but I've found some legislators that are willing to look at it. So the more people that agree with this concept, that connect with their legislators, you'll find that there may be some solution there to some of the problem of this rent issue, because my perspective is that a lot of these rent increases is simply to make more money off of the property. And with rent controls, they're guaranteed some profit, but not above and beyond what people can afford.
Great, thank you, John. Yeah, why did you, okay. Oh, well done. We're trying to figure out who was gonna take notes on which one, so I think it's good. Yes.
Hi, my name's Trina Sutton. I'm sorry. My name's Trina Sutton, and I work at Clackamas Service Center, but I'm also here to represent Right to Survive and Right to Dream too, downtown Portland. Yes, it is much broader, Mayor Hales. The timing isn't the best, not the most fortuitous, considering Mr. Wheeler's now thrown his hat into the ring. However, it does cover many more things. But again, it's a Band-Aid. I can't remember who was talking, I think several people, about real solutions. If you do not give somebody, at least meet some of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, such as shelter, safety, that type of thing, it's not going to work. They're going to continue in the cars. They're going to continue with their addictions. I've put a lot of people into treatment, and they've been successful. And if I cannot put them into housing, they go right back to the streets, and the candy man's always out there to put this poison in their hand. I've seen it over and over and over again. So what I've done at Clackamas Service Center is I've allied with several Portland police out of East Precinct, wonderful people. Clackamas Sheriff's Office, their lieutenant is on one of my advisory boards for a place called My Backyard. We have I go to meetings regularly downtown with the Parks Department, Portland Parks Department. I know the Rangers very well. I'm now working with crime prevention, which is out of the city of Portland. Whenever there's an issue anywhere, they will call me, and either I will respond or one of my team will respond to it. And we've been able to take people that can go into better situations or even move to a better not a better neighborhood, but a better area that's better for them and the neighborhood. We have been able to do that because the adversarial process does not work people anymore. It's, I hate homeless because they're dirty, lazy, they're blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to tell you what, I was the worst offender. I worked in law enforcement. I saw, and I said, I hated these people. Well, the reality is so much different. And I don't love some of the things they do, but I love the people.
Thank you, Trina. I think one of the things that you said is an important takeaway for all of us is pulling together the broader community and working collaboratively, because no one organization can handle it all. So, Jenny, I'm sorry.
So I was just going to say real quickly, after the comment this gentleman made about a potential legislative fix on rent control, that Representative Gorsuch is going to be doing a press release later this week. He's going to take a bill into session around eviction, and advocating for just cause eviction
so there's some legislators doing some things. Real quick, we have a couple seats up here if anybody wants to grab a seat out in the hallway. Just a sec, I got Mike back here, and then we'll go to Crystal.
My name is Mike Glenn, and unfortunately I have another meeting that I have to be at 7 o'clock, so thank you. I spent 31 years as a first responder that dealt with homeless throughout the city of Portland. And the one thing that I can tell you is that I never met anybody in a neighborhood where they were hanging out that wanted them to be there. They just wanted them to go. They didn't care about their needs or them. And that's one of the reasons why we're in the fix that we're in. We actually need to meet those people's needs and get away from the anger that we have. And I'm not saying if they weren't in my neighborhood, I wouldn't be angry as well. But I saw that aspect. And just because you don't see them camped out in parks does not mean the homeless are not there. It's when we actually make a difference in the community that you see them more and more, and in the aspect of getting there. And there are people in this room that were homeless once that are now not. Right now, that are part of society. And there's organizations on that board that are getting those people off the streets. And so I think that rather than, us getting in adversarial sides where, if they just need to go away, what we need to do is meet some of those needs, and we need to focus not just on the drug aspect, but also on the mental health. Because mental health is a big part of the reason that they're there. So I would encourage everybody who's been very nice so far to continue that, because the organizations represented up there, as well as the people that are dealing with the issues, are all part of the solution. And being adversarial against each other is absolutely not the right thing.
Thank you, Mike, appreciate it. Crystal.
And
then
I
I'll
have
come
two
over, I
things
know
to
there's some
say.
hands over there.
One, is there, there's Dignity Village in Portland, why can't we get something like that out here in Gresham?
Let's add it to the list of
I
things to
think
look
that would
into.
help a lot of people, as long as, they're working whatever we do out there. And,
Like what?
I'm one of the homeless out here, and one of the parks out here is where I feel my safety. And the cops come in there constantly kicking us out, and I'm very clean. I don't leave messes. I don't, I've been known to do other things in the park, but I think that if people are willing to keep it clean, I don't understand why they're kicking us out. I don't feel safe anywhere else. So.
She wanted to know, why couldn't we do something similar to a Dignity Village out in East County? So we added that to the list without any other thoughts about it. There was some hand up over here, yes. Okay, for those of you who didn't hear it, Representative Chris Gorsick is having a town hall this Thursday, you said? Okay, and I assume that would be on his website, the details. Okay, great. And he'd like to see more people there having this conversation. Great.
Excuse me, we cannot hear.
All right,
It's very hard. So
Okay,
everybody has
okay,
to
we got
speak up
solutions.
So we can all hear.
Great, we've got solutions. We've got technology, and so as soon as we knew there was a problem, we're gonna bring it out. Yeah, no problem. It's all queued up.
And they're grabbing the microphone.
That's okay. That's okay, so. All right. Yes.
My name is Rain, and I used to have a group out here called Free Hot Soup, which is actually a group from downtown that I started a chapter out here for Gresham to help feed the homeless and address some of the needs that they have too, that some of the other organizations couldn't do. So I was partnering up with Steve Kimes' Anawim Church and also Clackamas Service Center. So I feel like I've had a pretty broad exposure to the homeless in this community. And one of the things that I said, there was a meeting earlier at Roundtable that was a little volatile. And one of the things that I said that I want to say again is that for me, initially, I honestly didn't know how to start talking to them. And maybe that's a point where a lot of people are at too. And so I kind of buddied up with a few of them and they helped me, but it goes a long way to really take the time to say and get to know their name and remember it. So it's like if you're having an issue with a recurring person, for example, go the extra step. You know, when you get beaten down so much, sometimes it's hard to believe that someone really wants to help. And it really makes a huge difference what you do in relation to how they are going to respond to you. And some of the things that I heard at the meeting at Roundtable frankly shocked me because I've been at the NOM's facility a lot, unannounced and at expected times, both when Steve Kimes has been there and not been there. And I frankly have never seen the stuff that was described. So either I'm incredibly lucky at the times that I picked to go out there, or I'm just responded to in a different way or something. And the thing that I said to people too, I'm disabled. So if some of these safety issues that people are saying were happening, I would never continue that relationship. And I wouldn't have allowed my group, which is mainly women, frankly, to either because it wouldn't have been safe for us. So I honestly am sort of struggling, and people who are having some extreme issues, I would actually like you to come and I would like to partner with you and see if there's something just on a person-to-person level maybe I can help with that.
We're going to bring the microphone up. So.
My question is, when the police face these folks, and there's obviously a lot of services out there for them, are they aware of all these services? Are they able, can they present them to these folks when they?
Yeah, and yes, I mean, yes, they're partners in this, and I'll let the chief respond. Her question is when the officers interact with these people, do they let them know about all these services?
One of the, actually, it's unusual, I need a microphone to be heard. When the officers go out and post these camps, which we do 24 hours in advance prior to cleaning them up, the piece of paper that we post not only has the information on the front that says, what action is going to occur, but on the back side of that is all the service organizations that provide services to them. And when we have the opportunity, when they're in the camps, the officers spend some time and talk to them, show them the paper, show them what services are available, and try to point them in the right direction.
Yeah. This is Teresa Hall. Isn't she fabulous?
My name's Lonnie Van.
My name's Vicky, and I'm one of them homeless people you're probably scared of.
Well, actually, we prefer that you do. Thanks, Vicki.
You guys have touched on a lot of stuff. The one thing I'm going to talk about is I started out in Eagle Creek with my mom. She got sick and died, and they came and took the property. So I went to my truck, went online, Clackamas County, and I hooked up with this lady who did Lord services. Made an appointment with her to meet out in front of the Danny Library, and I stood out there in the rain and the cold for over 30 minutes, and she never showed. Nothing. Unbeknownst to me, she'd referred me to somebody else. And the email I got, because that's how we communicated with each other, was, sorry, there's not a lot of services available for seniors in Clackamas County. So even though you don't want us here, I am grateful for all the help that's here. Because I eat 7 days a week. I am not ill enough to cause disability, and I'm not well enough to work. I'm on a waiting list for housing, and I did that January 2014
beginning of the year, I got a list of where I was at. And it was like the lowest one was 644 people ahead of me. Just got thing in the mail a couple weeks ago, giving me the option of changing the 3 locations for a shorter wait time. Because I gotta tell you, I'm living in a truck. And it's pretty dim. I'm so where I saw myself. I wasn't a senior when I started out. I am now. So I qualified for some better housing. It was getting a little dim. I've been doing it for almost 2 years. This place wasn't here. If the opportunities you didn't have, you know, the information got me to home forward. And I just got that thing in there and I'm going, okay, I've been doing it for 2 years. I can do it for 1 or 2 more years. But I thank God for the people that are here that have the information. And I got to tell you, there's some people out there and I don't like what they're doing. I don't leave a mess. I try to keep me clean, my truck clean, you know, and I try not to mess with anybody. I'm just trying to live. And I just want to say thank you, Gresham. And I'm sorry for the people that are trashing it. I really am. But there's a lot of us that aren't. And like that guy said over there, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drug addict. I don't smoke. I just have a serious problem with soda pop. But I seriously want to tell you, there's some good people out here. And I've met them. And you know what? I saw a guy that looked like Manson. And you know what? I've seen some people walking around that probably have homes that scare me more. Because I think they do something to me at night because they're guys. I was scared of them than I was of that guy that looked, you know, and that's a shocker there. I'm not afraid of the homeless because they're just people really down on their luck. And I don't know how they got there. I don't know how they're going to get out of it. I just pray to God that there's going to be somebody that's got a really big heart out there and gives us a break. There are no simple answers. There are no easy answers. But I want to say thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for your city. Because it was nothing in Clackamas County for me. I think I would have been dead. I think I'd have gotten that depressed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vicki. That's sobering. And thank you for the comment about your addiction to pop because it kind of helps. But thank you I think those are important words for us to hear. There was a hand wave. Oh, sorry, Teresa.